Town Plaza, we have MangoTownMatt here and MangoTownTravis, and we will be playing a game called TwixT. Now, essentially, the idea behind TwixT, and traditionally is played on a 24 by 24 board, we are going to be playing on an 18 by 18 board. Generally, the idea is you're trying to, each piece that you put on the board can connect. You're trying to get from one side of the board to the other. If you'll notice that the sides labeled with numbers are both black, the side labels with letters are both white. If you're white, you're trying to get from the white side to the left side, from white side to white. If you're black, you're going from black to black. One of the only rules regarding this is that if white cannot, so if I was white, I could start down here, and the only thing is that black could not put their pieces here. You're basically creating a connected ribbon, if possible, all the way across. You can also play it. Now, the way to do that is if you have a rectangle of 6, so a 2 by 3, you can go from the bottom left, say Q17 to P15 and connect those pieces. I believe in some cases you can also do Q17 to P16, which would be a connection of 1 as opposed to a connection of 2. It's a pretty simple game. The complexity level is relatively low. You really don't run into too much stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense. That being said, we are going to go ahead and get started. Travis, do you have any questions?
I don't think so.
All right. Then let's go ahead and get started. I'm black this round. Travis is white, so I do believe, Travis, you get to go first. And I do believe you just put one peg in the board at a time. So Travis put his on J18. Now it is my turn. Let's see what we can do. You have any dreams last night, Travis?
No, I can recall quite well.
Fair enough. For those of you watching who may not be as familiar with our streams, I'm currently 6 hours ahead of Travis. So I hung out while he slept. I slept while he hung out. Alma and I were playing this earlier today, Travis. We took a piece of graph paper. It didn't have enough room because it was kind of a slightly smaller graph paper to do 24 by 24. So we were playing on 15 by 15. And one thing that I was thinking about, do you think it makes a difference? Like right now we're playing on an 18 by 18. Do you think it would make a big change in the overall game if it was a 24 by 24 or a 15 by 15? Or do you think it just speeds up the...
I don't think it's going to. I mean, we can look at that after a bit, but yeah, it's your move.
Yeah, I'm trying to, for whatever reason, it's not letting me... Ah, okay. So I think you have to more or less, like... This is really... You have to... Okay, you have to click finish the move after every single one. I'm sorry. I'm watching on OBS as opposed to on the other screen that I have the game actually pulled up on. I have a question because Alma and I have tried to do this a couple of times and we've always run into trouble with it. Do you have you ever run into troubles with like being able to play on IG games from the same place?
You can't play rated game from like it's.
Do you know how to make it unrated?
Yeah, when you change the time, like at the beginning.
Okay, cool. So that's all. Ooh, Travis, what are your thoughts on everything with Kanye West? Did you see the like current?
Yeah. Yeah. Supports Trump.
No. Did you see the thing he said like yesterday?
What do you think?
He was like, well, you know, when I hear about how slavery lasted for 400 years, and that to me sounds like a choice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, it's not like he's popular for being smart.
That's true. You see I think it was the New Yorker took a bunch of his tweets and put them over, put them on top of, put them on top of on top of their cartoons. Like his tweets are real dumb to begin with, but they're even stupider when they're. On top of those. Travis, have you read too much? Have you read much into the any of the any of season 2 with Westworld?
Have I what?
Have you read much into the any of like the theories or stuff?
No.
Have you watched the first 2 episodes?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think they're gonna find? So in episode 2, he the guy who the like old guy who's still in the game who like went in the game and chose to get. I'm blanking on his name. It like shows you that. Yeah, the Man in Black. It shows you the part where he showed the main female Dolores. Oh man, I didn't realize you could do that. Otherwise, I would have done that earlier.
We're learning.
Yeah, true. It shows that like that kind of like crumbled bridge in the distance. You know, what do you think it's gonna be about? Like, what do you think they're gonna find when she and the group gets there?
I mean, I think some of the theory stuff can just make things worse.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, you get some ideas of this could be, but let's wait another week.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's game, Travis. Nice job. Nice. Yeah, I think my only I like TwixT. I think my only complaint is that it's like pretty one dimensional. I'm not sure that there's like a ton of different there's not like a lot of room for different stuff to happen in the game. I guess to some degree that could also be a plus. Oh man, yo, did you see? I don't know. So you remember Lou, right?
Yeah.
He shared a post on Facebook where it was a picture of all of the shoes in like the U.S. Holocaust Museum, and he was like, and it was like, this is what happens when you give up your guns. I was like, oh my god, dude. That's a little extreme. Like, that's definitely not what that was about. Like, he was trying to say that, like, if we give up our guns, like, this is what happens next. Wild. Or I guess so many of us are guilty of just like not checking stuff before we share or post it. But I mean, like, man.
Alright.
I think that should. What color me surprised? Hey, do you know where Corey's moving?
I think, the last time I talked to him, he said in Richmond.
Cool.
He said he was moving out of the.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know when he finishes up with school?
No, not like the exact date. I know he finished quite a lot of stuff, but
Yeah. Also, you can remove any of your connections at any time, and when it's your turn, obviously. You seen any good movies recently? Non-theater releases? Have you seen any good movies like online recently? Either on Netflix or other streaming services?
I can think of mainly some TV shows when they come out.
Yeah. What else are you watching? I know you're watching Westworld. I know you said you started the Orville Legion. That's right.
That's not right.
Oh, did they put out a new season of that?
What's going on?
They started season 5 then?
No, it's still on season 4, isn't it?
How many episodes? I thought 13 was the last.
No.
Huh.
Season 4, episode 18 is in 4 days.
Oh, awesome. I was wondering. I thought it was a
It's
strange.
your,
Oh, it's my move.
it's your,
Oh, really? Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought that it was definitely your move. I've been sitting here like, man, when is Travis gonna take his move? Silly me. weird. So I didn't mean to do this, but I guess you can, on a single turn, you can undo connections and make other connections. I think I was looking at possibly undoing the... Oh, nice. Not surprised. Oh, definitely meant to click undo move. Whoops. Oh well, there might be a fix. Ah, you know what I read the other day that I was pretty interested to see? Apparently, you... A bunch of, like, some organization did a study and found that in a majority of, uh, like, streams and stuff that you find in the wilderness, you actually don't even need to filter the water. I'm still very skeptical, and I'm still 100% going to filter my water. But can you imagine if it was just like, oh yeah, that's absolutely true. We did all of the research, and this whole time...
I don't know, I've let you just take that whole side.
Yeah, I'm surprised I was able to get 3 of those pegs in. But this is good. It's proven to be I think this game has been more complex than the first one that we played. Nice. Yeah, man, I hate it. It's hard, though. It's hard to plan that far ahead. It's really hard. Damn, son, good game. This is another one of those situations where I don't understand why they don't just count that as a win. Nice.
I mean, I couldn't miss it.
Oh yeah, yeah, you could. You could miss that one.
Well, the games are meant for me. They're not meant for anyone.
What?
So the games aren't meant for me. They're meant for anyone.
How do you mean?
Like they have to be. I mean, they're meant for. So a 5-year-old could play it too. I guess.
No. They're made specifically so that people named Travis do a good job at them. Yeah, it does.
Hello.
Hey, ChrisGravatt, how you doing?
Hey. How's it going, guys?
Good, how about you?
I'm good.
Excellent.
I'm making breakfast right now.
Yum. We're playing some TwixT, which is an abstract connection game.
Ooh.
A pretty good one.
Yeah,
How'd you sleep?
I'm not on the stream right now, but I saw a little screenshot of it.
Nice.
Cool. How have you guys been?
Can't complain. I'm on vacation for a while, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. How is that?
Oh man, it's excellent.
Yeah.
I certainly, I'm not gonna miss this job when I'm done with it, but I will miss the vacation.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's always nice. I mean, it's nice because there's stuff I have to take care of and there's work to catch up on, but I have an interview tonight, so that'll be good.
That's awesome. Did those potential employers ever get back to you?
Yeah, that's one of the interviews.
Okay.
I was able to call them, and for whatever reason, it didn't like super eat up my um, it didn't eat up a ton of my data or anything, so that was a plus.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Man, Travis, if we continue like this. Yeah, G-Man, you started your new gig now?
Yeah, yesterday was my first, or 2 days ago. Monday was my first day.
Nice.
I've had 2 days already.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You
It is crazy. Like they've already given me work,
Yeah,
which is like really surprising because of my old job. It was 3 months before I got any work. So,
yeah, I can't.
yeah,
I can't believe that. That's wild.
yeah, it's a crazy world, but they're definitely a lot more organized here.
Excellent.
So I'm stoked. It's gonna be really hard, and I'm gonna be pretty busy all the time.
Yeah, man.
Which is good. So yeah, definitely change the pace. I'm excited.
Excellent. Hopefully a welcome change of pace, I would imagine.
Yeah. I mean, I was really bored at the old job, so.
Oh man, it sounds like it. Yeah, I'm so excited to get the space opera back up and running.
Yeah.
For those of you listening and or watching who are not familiar with this, MangoTown started a sort of like a D&D style
Tabletop, yeah.
space adventure. There really is just like, it's more like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia in space, as opposed to like a serious tabletop adventure. But it's pretty fun.
Did you see that meme?
Yeah, I totally did.
That was like, yeah. Okay.
I mean that's always what it is when it comes down to it. You'd be hard pressed, I'd imagine, to find a group who took those games so seriously.
Yeah, I know. Like the game that I'm making is like definitely on the serious side.
Yeah.
But I know you guys are just gonna get into shenanigans, so
I mean, even in the test run of that for the like beta version, we still got super.
Yeah. Travis had an interesting method of attacking. But yeah, I'm stoked.
Excellent. So are your hours at this new gig pretty regular? Or is it like one of those gigs where you have to do like a lot of overtime and stuff?
No, so I bill my hours, so I'm actually
Awesome.
not allowed to go over 40 hours.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So it's like, it's stressful in the sense that like, while I'm there, I'll have to be doing a ton of work, but like they won't really be able to hold me over.
Nice.
Make me do anything extra. So
definitely a plus.
it's a nice safety cushion.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, Travis, you know what I just realized? I started this game as if I was white. My very first play was 03. Rookie mistake.
So Travis, how have you been?
Good. Looks like you got this.
Travis has been working on a musical YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Hey G-Man, you been watching anything good on TV or seen any noteworthy movies as of late?
I just saw Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
And
Would you recommend it?
I don't know if have you seen it?
No.
I would say it is definitely worth a watch. I won't say what I feel about it because
I've seen the memes. I've seen the memes.
Yeah. So no, it's really good. Yeah, I won't hype it up, but it's really good.
Nice. Yeah, man. I wish I was more into the superhero genre.
Yeah.
I can take it or leave it.
It's definitely a saturated market.
Yeah.
But I think there are some really good like things that are going on. I don't know if you've ever seen Legion.
No, it's on my to watch list.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like it's just really weird, and it totally like upends like the superhero genre, and it almost doesn't even feel like a superhero show.
Awesome.
Because it's just so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's one of my favorite shows.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll have to add that to my to watch list.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both had a good one that time. It's currently 2-1 Travis. See how this next game goes. You've been have either of you been reading anything recently?
I'm still trudging through Walden.
It's a
been, like, 2
trudge.
years.
It is a trudge.
It's such a trudge. I've started like reading it as I'm like going to sleep, and it definitely puts me to sleep. So it has that going for it.
Mission accomplished. Hey, never have a sleepless night.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good. I found that reading it out loud helps.
That's true.
Concentrate on it.
Yeah, I actually can't wait to go camping so we can do some more of that.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that last time. I mean, plus Watership Down is an excellent book.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, maybe we should do like pick some like short stories or something that we can like get through like all the way while we're there.
Yeah, absolutely. Or even it would even. What were you saying?
Oh, go ahead.
No.
Grasberger has this book of like short stories. I think it's Umberto Eco.
Ah, awesome.
I can't remember what it's called, and he was reading some of that to me.
Nice.
So I'll probably get him to drag that along.
Yeah, that'd be great. I read earlier this year. I read what is the book? It's a book by Umberto Eco where the whole premise of the book is that the narrator is so unreliable that even the narrator doesn't know whether or not what he's saying is true. It's really interesting.
Sounds awesome.
And so like the shenanigans that he gets into are just like super silly.
Is that almost like Confederacy of Dunces in a sense?
I haven't
Or
read
is it not even
I haven't read Confederacy of Dunces, so I'm not super familiar with it.
Oh, it's good.
But I'll add that to my list. Can you give me kind of like a spark notes?
Yeah, so basically it's this guy, I think his name's Ignatius, and he lives in the French Quarter, and he's one of those guys that was like, I was born in the wrong decade, like I should have been born in like the olden times or something, and he's very self-righteous and very like intelligent, but at the same time, because he's not at all in tune with the world, he's also a huge doofus, and just into like really crazy like shit. I don't know. It's really funny. It's a hilarious book.
Yeah, I'd say there are definitely some parallels. I don't think that the main character, I can't believe I'm even blanking on the name of this character now. I think that the main character in this book was actually pretty intelligent, but I think that he just lied so much that he got himself into some sticky situations. But the other thing that makes it hard is, and I don't know if you see the same thing happen in Confederacy of Dunces, But in I can't believe I can't remember what this book is called. But you never, like, you never know if you can trust any of what's being said in this book. Because some of it's like so, like, basically at the very beginning this kid's like, oh, I taught myself to write. Like, even the first couple pages are in like really bad really bad like Roman script, and it's like, oh, I taught myself to write, and then I got adopted by like King Frederick, and it just like gets real silly from there. But
have you seen that movie Big Fish?
yes,
Is it sort of along those lines of like you don't know if what he's saying is true, but it's still a good story?
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Like even the parts that you know, like there's like, for example, they get to this one part where they're pursuing this sort of like saint-like figure.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of trying to like make some money from like selling the heads of saints. They have this idea like, oh, we'll shrink some skulls and put them in like these heads, and it's like during the time that like Constantinople's being sacked and whatnot.
Gotcha.
So it's like Byzantine Empire-ish. And they end up following this, like, the rumor of this saint, like, out east. And ending up in this weird place where like, there are all kinds of creatures that aren't real. And he, like, falls in love with this woman who ends up being half goat. But he loves her. And she loves him. And like all kinds of stuff, and even in those parts where you know that it's just like 100% fiction, it's still great. It's still like a really enjoyable read.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
that's have you read Life of Pi?
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess sort of along those lines of
Yeah.
you don't know which story is the real one, but there's obviously the one that's a better story.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This one's like Life of Pi on like a much more advanced level, I think.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. Definitely would recommend it. If I can ever remember what... It's Baldolino, that's what it is.
What is it?
A Baldolino.
Okay.
Also a really long book. Like if you don't read regularly, and if you're not interested in like a 500-600 page book that just goes on and on and on, might not be the most appealing book.
Yeah, I could have done that in my heyday, but it's a challenge for me now.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
What if every book you ever read is just a blank page and you're hallucinating what you saw?
That'd be a great drug. I would.
It's just like a device to keep your brain, like the piece of paper is just a device to like make your brain jog the memory or something.
That'd be pretty sweet, though. I mean, when you think about it, that's kind of what dreaming is.
I'll look at a blank piece of paper and see what my brain thinks of.
Yeah.
It's a very creative brain. It's obsessed with talking cats.
I mean, dreaming's kind of like that when you think about it. Less of a, I mean, insofar as where I think less of a mechanism necessarily to like jog your brain, but I always enjoy. I certainly enjoy dreaming, even if it doesn't have any particular that I know of conscious benefit. Damn, game over. So what's for breakfast this morning, Gravett?
Savory oatmeal.
Savory oatmeal. What do you put in your oatmeal to make it savory?
Not a lot of sugar.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's, basically just butter and a teeny bit of brown sugar and some salt.
Yep. Sounds great.
Gets the job done. Cleans me out.
It does have fiber.
Yeah, it has a lot of fiber.
It's important though.
Way too much fiber.
I don't think that's a problem for most people.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But I don't know, I just don't like pooping at work.
Hey, poop on the company dime, paid by the company dime. I feel you on that though.
Very true.
I don't like pooping at work either.
Yeah, and I work in the old buildings and the bathrooms are disgusting.
Yeah, I work with children. And I think there's only one bathroom in the entire school that's a staff bathroom.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's not a huge building though, I mean. It was a pretty small building. It'd be like maybe probably not even one whole side of Cool Spring.
Gotcha.
Oh, here's a funny for you fellas. Name your elementary school and your favorite drink.
I'm not gonna say my for the internet.
Oh, you don't have to say the whole name, Travis. You could even make it up if you're creative enough.
Well, so we said our elementary school. Cool Spring Milk.
Cool Spring Milk. That's your porn star name, Gravett. Cool Spring Milk.
They call me Cool Spring Milk because I'm always the cool spring of milk.
Yeah, Cool Spring Milk over here only stars in milk pornos. God, I am so sorry, Travis. I hate that you have to press the finish move. I've been sitting here like, gosh, Travis is just like enjoying himself, not making moves. Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna eat my breakfast and sign off.
Alright, see you, my friend.
But it's been good talking to you guys. I'll see you next time. Travis, I might be coming home this weekend.
Okay.
So I might hit you up if you're around. Cool. Alright, gentlemen. Till next time.
Au revoir. It's always nice to have little guest appearances. You been reading anything, Travis, recently?
Mostly chess and go stuff. Sherlock Holmes, but nothing.
Nice. Yeah. So, I mean, when you read chess and go stuff, is it mostly just like, is that mainly just like instructional material? Like, here's strategy, here's how to best make your strategy.
watched a really good video recently in the thread that, I don't know, kind of does justice.
Okay, so that was really unhelpful in terms of. So I mean, what did the video talk about?
Mostly tactics.
Uh huh. I mean, so I mean, I feel like we've talked about this a couple of times. When you um, when you read stuff like that, do you feel like that your game improves significantly?
I don't know, because I don't do it alone. I watch stuff, I play puzzles.
Yeah, that's fair.
The game.
But would you say so? I guess I mean in comparison to like playing games and playing puzzles, would you say the reading is kind of on a similar level of helping your overall game? Or do you think that it's just kind of another part of the puzzle in terms of getting better?
Yeah, I'd say it's just another part of the puzzle.
Yeah.
And it definitely helps if I see the things in the reading that in the games. So.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. For sure. Well, this is probably going to be it. And you look like you got this in the bag. Thanks. Alrighty. Well, I think that is gonna be that. Well, we'll play it out to the end. Oh, so here's a good question. So we've talked about before about how when I really I don't spend a lot of time practicing for chess. So as someone who doesn't spend a lot of time practicing, and who doesn't have a lot of time to spend practicing because I choose to devote the majority of my time, what little of it that I have to do to like various activities, what do you think is the most effective thing I could do to improve my game?
First, write out like what time you do have to spend on chess,
Uh-huh.
and start to break that, and then like I would say write out things that would help, such as there's plenty of things, puzzles, videos,
Right.
playing games with other people. And then divide up that time
Evenly, yeah.
Yeah, in the most appropriate way you see.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's a lot of good studies. I post a lot of links in the chat, in our chat definitely. But,
Yeah.
There's good studies and just watching games. But a good thing at first, definitely try to see, learn at least what the tactic games are, like fork and pin and stuff like that are, so you can start to see those games.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, working through all the training modules has been pretty helpful.
Yeah.
Just getting used to the patterns and seeing them and whatnot.
And then, checkmate patterns.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty much just like learning anything else. Just break it down into smaller steps.
Yeah, definitely. All right, folks. Well, that is going to be it for the day. That was TwixT with MangoTown Plaza. tune in next Wednesday for the next game on our list. We have some interesting ones going on this month, so I'm sure you will enjoy yourself. It was good seeing you, Travis. This has been MangoTownMatt, MangoTownTravis, MangoTown Plaza. Thanks for watching. See you next time.